I know you probably don't want to hear about this, but chances are you've been lied to on a massive scale, and this horrible lie could be costing you a lot of money. Rumour has it that one of the major search engines has recently been compromised by a new piece of underground software that's so radical it literally sneaks thousands of free visitors from right under their very noses. I need to warn you now, the big boys will never want you to know about this sneaky software tool. A tool that rakes in sums of up to $408.08, $515.07 and $1,111.20 a day on pure autopilot. A tool that installs on your computer in just 11 clicks and can be up and running on your desktop in less than 10 minutes. A tool that siphons laser-targeted traffic from the big known niches like internet marketing and weight loss to the more bizarre niches like single parenting and fly fishing. With this secret tool, you can forget about paying for traffic ever again from search engines like Google, Yahoo and Bing. You see, unless you've got the bank balance of a Fortune 500 company, paying for traffic is a pure sucker's game and one of the quickest ways to surefire bankruptcy. In fact, paying for traffic is one of the dumbest things you could ever do. It's like playing the roulette wheel at Las Vegas. Ultimately, it's been designed in a way so the little guy can never win. This is one of the main reasons 99% of people fail online. Now, before I show you proof of how well this tool works, I need to tell you what you don't need to use this simple application. You don't need to know how to build a website. You don't need previous experience. You don't need to wait for months before you see success. You don't need to wait weeks to make money. You don't need to know about keywords. You don't need to know about SEO, PPC, CPA, PPV or any of those other complicated things. You don't even need an email list. You don't need to spend crazy amounts on advertising and traffic. You don't need to spend hours on Twitter or Facebook. You don't need big name JV partners or affiliates. But by God, it works. In fact, let me show you just how well it works as I log into one of my ClickBank accounts. As you can see, I'm just logging into my ClickBank account now. Okay, here's one I made, $515.07. Another day I banked $408.08. And here's a big $1,977.48 day when I started using this software. As you can see, that's a total of $14,439.50 in a single week. Would $14,439.50 in a single week make a difference to your life? Would it help you pay your mortgage, afford a nice car payment, put your children through school, and help you live the life you deserve? If you're like the thousands of other people watching this video right now, then your answer is a definite yes. Things may seem easy for me, but I can tell you now it wasn't always like this. In fact, I was probably sitting where you are right now, having tried countless programs and maxing out several credit cards. I really did ask myself, is it really possible to make money on the internet? I'd tried pay-per-click traffic. It was just too expensive and burnt a hole in my pocket. Facebook, I couldn't really get to grips with it. Article marketing, hours of writing with very little results. Pay-per-view traffic, just useless junk traffic. Twitter, too complicated and a lot of frustration. Old school SEO, a total waste of time on today's internet. Social bookmarking, time consuming and very tedious. Blogging, but I couldn't get any people to visit my blog posts. Nothing would work. And I really was about to quit for good. That's when I met two guys at a conference called Andrew and Chris. Both these guys had been making incredible incomes online. That's when I found out one of their key secrets. Paying for traffic was a sucker's game. The real players online got all their traffic for free and hordes of it by tapping into a monster traffic source using a custom bit of Gsneak software that hardly anyone knew about. In fact, they shared just some of their incomes with me. $52,239.77 in a single month net income. $33,746.31 from a totally separate account. These guys had made a total of $86,143.08 in 30 days. It was simply incredible to see two ordinary, regular guys doing numbers like this. Now, before you start thinking these guys were some sort of technical super geniuses with fancy university degrees, well, I've got shocking news for you. Andrew left high school and was washing cars for below minimum wage and hated every second of it. He spent hundreds of hours scouring the internet in the evenings after work, tired and cold and sick of working for a lousy pay packet. In desperation, he racked up huge credit card debts on useless programs, trying to make that killer breakthrough. Chris's story is even more incredible. He was expelled from 3 high schools and was a self-confessed drug addict on a lonely road to self-destruction. In fact, Chris doesn't even have any high school qualifications. The funny thing is, I don't think I've ever met 2 more underqualified people ever. The point is, if these guys without any formal education can do it, chances are you're overqualified to make this work for you. Now they enjoy super cushy incomes and lifestyles. Here's one of their smaller test accounts. As you can see, their average income is $300 per day directly into their ClickBank account. Some days it's slightly more, other days it's slightly less. It's still great money and very consistent. The question is, would a consistent $300 a day help you? That's just over $10,000 per month. Now, one of the things that amazed me was how easy their Gsneak software was to use. Andrew and Chris had obviously cracked the system, and one of their major secrets was laser-targeted free traffic, and tons of it. As you can understand, they don't want too many people getting their hands on this Gsneak software, but I've convinced them to show you a sneak